Hello and welcome everyone to another Angels and Stars new moon guidance video. This time we are talking about the 2-week period following the 4th of November, where we have this full moon in Taurus in the southern hemisphere, conjoined with Mars and opposed by Uranus here on the other side. So it's quite a very strong activation of Taurus energy. You know, down here in the southern hemisphere, nature is in full growth mode, and we are also in a mode where we want to enjoy the things of nature as well and get in touch with that more deeply. And so this 2-week period following the new moon is about resetting these dynamics in our life going forward. I'm here as usual with Michelle. Hi, Michelle.
Hi, everyone. Nice to be here. And it looks like it's going to be an interesting message for the next 2 weeks.
Yes, it is. Let us get started. Our first message for this period is about wanting to retreat into our feelings, wanting to retreat into our home space, and wanting to retreat into the things that we love to do, whether these are to do with nature. As we said, it's a Taurus new moon experience that is being initiated here. So we want to get back in touch with the natural aspects of our life. We have a strong need for personal space, and the comfort of life in those areas. It's not so much about going out and socializing and speaking to everyone, but it's about home-cooked meals. It's about a clean home, a cozy living space, a meaningful living space where we are just spending that time with ourselves. We are spending that time with the close things that have meaning to us, that give meaning to the space we are living in, the space we are working in, the space we are loving in. And so giving the time to clear up your surrounding, whether it's your external personal space or your internal personal space, do some housekeeping there, do some redecorating, fill it with good things that speak to your nurturing and your growth and that nourish you really at that very physical level of purpose. That's the main message here.
Well, that was so beautiful, you know, when tuning into the divine guidance or the angels' messages. Archangel Jophiel is the spiritual interior decorator. And there was such a strong message for decluttering, because clutter takes our energy away on so many levels, our creativity, our physical energy, but also the prosperity energy. So when we have this interference from our physical environment, it can really cloud our judgment. So, you know, as you are doing this first message, moving into that home space, donate, recycle, discard. In the world of abundance, that's also our cash flow. You know, it keeps the flow of giving and receiving going. So new energy, new vibe, fresh air, and all of your areas of life will improve. And I can just feel the harmony coming through this image.
Yes,
beautiful.
Yes. Maybe I need to spend some time away at a place like this around Cape Town. But
yes, well, only after you've decluttered can you go away.
Yes. You know, the whole Taurus vibe is about personal comfort and harmony between ourselves and our personal spaces. But we can't just sit and be comfortable not doing anything with life.
Yes.
Because then we can get into some negative behaviors of stagnation, indolence, and just feeling stuck, you know, and wallowing in that. And that's not going to lead us to providence and growth. We have to show the universe that we're taking care of what we have, that we are using what we have been given, and that we're cherishing those things. And then that creates an opening for receiving more.
Absolutely, yes. And that's what the energy of decluttering brings about. Spiritually, mentally, renewed focus, brings abundance.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And once that happens, then the joy is not just because I'm doing something. The joy is something that emerges from your connection with what you have, your connection with the space that you're in, what you're doing with that, you know.
Yes.
And so you're able to discern and be selective with how you're spending your personal energy, with who you're sharing it with, the people that really are on the same journey as you, that are sharing in that sharing in those values, sharing in those comforts, and in that support of each other's personal growth. So then we are connecting more meaningfully into the world. There's assurance, there's purpose, and it's such a enriched way of contributing ourself in a very physical manner with the people and the things that we have, that we're sharing this journey with.
And we're also reminded to remember joy and gratitude. We've got to enjoy the process of realizing our dreams. Sometimes we get impatient. Yes, we have to take the action, and we have to start taking one step at a time. I'm reminded now of, it takes time. When you plant something, it takes time for that seedling to push through to become a flowering plant. But yet we enjoy every single step of that plant's life cycle. And so in the same way, we've got to do it with our dreams. That's the patience message from Archangel Jophiel, is make life beautiful as you go. Take one action, be in gratitude. Take one action, be in joy. Take one action, receive your lessons, because then we're going to act within and without. So with all this organization and decluttering, remember that patience is part of the process, beauty is part of the process. And for me, that was that inner harmony equals inner organization. And that results in outer organization. So this picture just depicts that flow of harmony and the beauty of life, and remembering the small moments as our dreams unfold.
Yes. Inner harmony creates organization, because it's something that just naturally happens. I think, it won't be according to some rule or some statute or something, and not even your own standards, which most of the time are, bearing over you. And right now, the people that are going to benefit are those that, yes, there are financial concerns that many people are going through right now, but Providence is asking us to look at where the growth is, and we look at where the abundance is in these other aspects of life, in our personal space, and how are we actually provided for in so many other ways, and to acknowledge that and celebrate that and get more involved in those things. And then abundance will be a lot more likely to show up and be seen and recognized by us.
Yeah. Have you ever felt that feeling when you started getting your house in order, when you sort out the paperwork, when you signed something off, when you did the filing, when you cleared out a cupboard? There's clarity. And in the same way, when we do that internally with joy and gratitude, there's clarity. And that's the opening door for abundance. Yes.
Yes. Okay, so let us recap.
So the first step is to unjumble the chaos, and I just love that word. I think we had a little laugh at that word, but the picture and the message is really just what we spoke about. So unjumble the chaos internally and externally in your life in the next 2 weeks. And remember, patience is a virtue.
Keep it simple.
Yeah. Yes. And then the inner harmony focus. I think we just have to ask ourselves, just reminding me of the beautiful image of the children. What is going to create inner harmony for you in your life now? That inner harmony is that feeling that it's okay. It's all settled. Let's take this moment. That's that. So bring that focus in as much as we can.
Yeah, so in between the things you have to do, you want to take a moment to play some music or listen to some music, or just a quiet moment looking at the sky, or thinking about some good qualities or virtues, something that you are aspiring to. That can help to bring also the inner harmony into the day.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And maybe the things we have to do is also inner harmony, as the next recap point says, as within, so without. I mean, sometimes just knowing I've got time to sort this paperwork out and I go to bed at night and it's done, that's inner harmony. So it's really a as within, so without kind of vibe, isn't it?
Yes, yes. And very practical too. Very practical.
Yes, absolutely. And then Archangel Jophiel reminded us with the preparation of this message to find joy and gratitude in the moments, as many moments as you can, in the smallest moments. Remember the joy and the gratitude. So important for us, because that's the process of realizing our dreams,
Yes, and it's so strongly linked to our values and what we care about,
Absolutely.
We create from that as well.
And just, if we just look at the images here, and Archangel Jophiel, her name means the beauty of God, and it is all about spiritual interior and decorating, and really just moving into grace and peace in our lives. Slow down, notice the beauty, and Archangel Jophiel can assist us. And especially also when you feel rushed, or when you feel stressed or unhappy or impatient. Just one ask of this Archangel's guidance or support, and she can assist to increase your awareness and your appreciation. And this affirmation, I am a magnet for abundance and wealth, I think fits so perfectly with our flow in the next 2 weeks.
I love this. Your dreams are blooming more rapidly than you realize.
Absolutely.
Yes, and that deserves nurturing and patience, really.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm a magnet for abundance and wealth.
Yes, I think we forget that, with our dreams, it is really that cycle of the plant.
It really is. And it's a wonderful message for a new moon as well, laying the seed and taking care of that and nurturing that. It's a very wonderful Taurus sort of imagery and metaphor to use. And just to remind everyone, if you'd like a personalized session with the two of us on what is happening with you right now, you're welcome to contact us for that. And there we go. Thank you, Michelle, once again. And
thank you. And I'm looking forward to all the unjumbling in the next 2 weeks.
Yes, yes. And everyone, all the best for this beautiful 2-week period. May it bring you nourishment and joy in whatever you do. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you.